So what is up, YouTube? I know I've been away for a minute, but life happens. Had to do some moving, had to make some adjustments, but nonetheless, I'm back. Today, I wanted to pick a special topic to talk about. Something that was on my mind the other day when I saw Ice Spice. I think she was at one of the games, the Chief games or something like that. Yeah, she was at the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift. So I got a question for you guys. This is about a concept that I've been hearing about for a while, and now I'm starting to believe it. Do you guys believe in industry plant? Now, if you don't know what an industry plant is, from what I know it to be, it's someone who was basically kind of planted into an industry to become so big and so phenomenal that they're basically a household name. An example of an industry plant, since I've already mentioned her, to me is Ice Spice. The reason why I think Ice Spice and so many other people think she's an industry plant is because, number one, most of us don't think she's that talented. Me being one of those people. I think she's a very beautiful girl, but I'm really, really confused as to where the music appeal comes from, unless, I guess young people just like young music, and some of it's not that good. And I guess the second thing that kind of put me onto that or made me think this is that, when I hear her come up story, it doesn't even sound like, she was co-signed or acknowledged by like any big producers or anything like that or any labels. It just seems like one day she decided to rap and the next day she was, doing cameo with Kai Cenat. She's the biggest influencer of all kinds of things, including celebrity kids like Northwest and so on. So her face just kept popping up in so many different places that it got to the point where she became annoying. Like, annoying to the fact, like, come on, like, really? Like, you're showing up on everything, in every advertisement. The last thing I can remember is that she ended up being friends with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Wow. That's like, come on, man. Some of these moves, I mean, when she first got out, she ended up getting a one-on-one meetup with Drake. And I mean, just some of the cosigns that I see and, just from what I've heard in terms of how hard it is to get in the music industry, especially, with some of the stuff in my own experience, that I know it's hard. It's hard to get out there, even if you're good. So when you see someone who's barely mediocre and just has, I guess, good looks, it makes you question, how did they get to where they were? Another thing that kind of brought this topic up in my mind is Druski. Druski was recently on The Breakfast Club. And, if you know anything about Druski, I mean, he's funny. I give it to him. He's funny. But I think there's other people who are funnier. That's just my opinion. Whatever your opinion is, I think it's a bit weird how fast Drewski became like this, again, household name. You're also seeing him in Super Bowl videos. He's in Doritos commercials. He's done sketches with Cash Money's baby. He's done stuff with Snoop Dogg. He's been in the same room with so many different big, players in the game, comedy, not comedy. And this guy is 29? He got on when he was about like, I want to say 24. So in a matter of 5 years, Drewski has become perhaps a bigger name than Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, he's bigger than a lot of these people, in terms of popularity, in terms of the scope of where you're seeing his face. You're not just seeing Drewski's face, for, comedic things. You're seeing Drewski's face, you know, for restaurants, for advertisements, food, all that stuff. Super Bowl, he's everywhere. Drewski is pretty much everywhere. And I'm not saying the guy's not talented. I'm not saying that at all. The guy definitely is funny, but one has to think, damn, man, like how do some of these people blow up so fast? Like so fast. It makes you think that they have to have like a cousin or somebody behind the scenes who's pulling the strings, for them to be this popping, And I just thought that that was a topic that I was seeing in other places. Other people have brought up this topic, and I'm neither claiming that either of these two celebrities are industry plants. I'm just kind of going by what I have heard and seen, and it definitely raises a lot of questions. Nobody's saying that these guys are part of the Illuminati or whatever, but it does feel like they've been given some sort of grace for them to be put on in all these different avenues and platforms when you have so many other people who have been grinding for years, and we know it, we see them, and they're still not popping like that. Taraji Henson, we know her. Like, we know her from Hustle and Flow. She recently did the musical for The Color Purple. We know her from being on Power. And I mean, we just know her from a lot of different places. And this has to be about over the last 10 years, the type of stuff that Taraji P. Henson has been doing. So the question is, why isn't she as big as some of these celebrities? She's definitely been out there. She's definitely popping, and she's been, quoted saying that she's highly underpaid. So again, that's when you hear stuff like that about Taraji P. Henson, it makes you think like, even though none of these celebrities are in the same, industry or ballpark together, it does make you see the comparison and think, man, this 22-year-old guy who's been around for maybe less than 5 years is bigger than Taraji P. Henson in terms of how he's getting paid, in terms of his recognition and commercial appeal. This young fat dude is more popping than Taraji P. Henson's fine ass. So I don't know. I can't call it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to try and get on here a lot more often and, get back to my usual routine. So bear with me, guys. And thanks for staying down with me. Be easy. Stay up. This is TNN, your boy Rems. I'm out.